Welcome back to the Western Wilds on Farming Simulator 22 for episode 38 with me, MrSealyp. Back again for more fun and excitement. We have got the mega field to harvest today. Sorghum and soy, that's what we're going to be aiming for today. As you can see, our field to the north just here is now growing with barley. I had a few comments yesterday from people that were not annoyed, frustrated maybe, surprised. I had a lot of people telling me, did you know that sugarcane regrows? I absolutely know that sugarcane regrows. I had people saying that they thought me doing the sugarcane was a waste of time. Some people said that it was a waste of money because I only did one harvest on it. Okay, I'm not going to do a second harvest on sugarcane. I got 4 million litres of sugarcane, just over 4 million litres of sugarcane off of that field to my left. 2 million litres went to my sugar factory, my sugar mill, 2 million litres in storage. If I sell that 2 million litres that's in storage, at the price that it's at the moment, I'll earn over £1 million. So as far as it being a waste of money in seed and time, I did not put £1 million dollars worth of seed into that field. I didn't put $1 million worth of hours into that field. So, and then I've also got all the sugar and the sugar production and everything that comes off of the 2 million litres that's in the sugar mill as well. So was it worth doing it? Absolutely it was. Could I have left it? Yes. If I was doing a map where I was predominantly sugarcane harvesting, if I was a sugarcane king, for example, and I had loads of fields of sugarcane, yeah, I'd let them regrow and regrow and regrow. But I wasn't. I was just doing it for that. And now I've got barley in it. It's no big deal. It's not a big problem. It was what I always intended to do. But thank you to everyone that was reminding me. Yeah, I'm aware it regrows, but I just didn't want to do another full sugarcane harvest. So anyway, that's where I stand on that. I also was thinking, as I was going around this morning, it's a cold February. You can see the covers on the outdoor gardens. I had snow during the night. I've set some of my processes to distribute now. I set my pallets and beams at the sawmill in the middle on and distributing to the the paper and barrels. No. Pallets and barrels, the pallets and barrels facility for a little while. I then set that to transfer the pallets over to the cardboard and paper factory, because if I do go forward with that plan of let's see how much I've got not invested and not even in assets, because if I sell everything, I'm going to sell every product. I'm going to run all my production chains, I'm going to put everything on selling, and just see how much we're worth stored up. I'm not going to sell all the buildings, I'm not going to sell all the vehicles. I'm just curious to see how much I've got tied up in products, in production chains. So that's kind of what I'm going to aim towards, I think, when I get to the end of the Let's Play. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So oats is going to this field now. All the prep work I did off camera. So it was mulched, it was fertilised, it was cultivated. It didn't need ploughing. I don't know why I thought cotton needed ploughing. I was convinced it did, but anyway, it didn't say it needed ploughing, so I just cultivated it because this isn't a direct drill, so that's good. So I'm going to get the oats in here. My sheep in the first pen have reproduced again, so I've got another 80. So I'm now sitting on 180. No, 240. We're 80, yeah, 240 sheep in there now, as opposed to 160. What else has happened? Oh, I didn't move the milk. I meant to do the milk. Yeah, so what I was thinking, as I was doing my jobs this morning, or this month, however you want to look at it, gold is set to selling now. So rather than me having to do a gold run every day, that's just set to sell on the hour, every hour. Some of the things that were left, odds and ends I had in various different gardens and things, I've set to selling as well, just to get rid of them or distribute them to where other places, just to sort of move things around a little bit. But the time it's taken me to sort out the gold, and I could probably do an entire episode just on on that, what I'm doing every morning. Why is that left to strip to the side? Did I not cultivate that? That's curious, maybe not. That every morning I'm feeding the cows, feeding the sheep, feeding the pigs now, and the pigs are not far off reproducing again. I do the straw bedding and all that kind of stuff. I then do the honey pallets, take those over to the food factory. I feed the chickens, I take the egg pallets out, do all of those. I take manure over to the biogas plant, so that can just keep chugging away at the moment. I haven't taken any more silage over there, I've done anything over there with that. Any errant pallets, odds and ends that needs to be moved around, I do. Obviously the gold I was doing, and I was keeping up with the lime production, which I stopped recently. So going around doing all of the various different, like any farm would, you get up, you feed your animals, you either redo the bedding, muck them out. I do miss that. I do miss cleaning out, actually. I used to enjoy that. Even if it was just cleaning the feed areas, I kind of miss that not being an option now. Anyway. So, yeah, the time it took me to do all of that, I still haven't gotten to any grass cutting on that new plot. And the grass on my other plots is ready to cut again. So at some point we're going to do that. If we go and look at our map, you will see our grapes are ready to harvest again. From my previous harvest, all the grapes that went into the grape processing unit were set to raisins. The raisins are distributing to our food factory just there. I've still got 9,000 litres of grapes in there that haven't gone over yet, that haven't processed. So what I've done now is switch that off, and I'm going to set that to grape juice. So I'm going to, when I reharvest this, and I'll do that probably off camera this time, maybe I might just do a little clip of it of me doing it. I'm going to put those into the grape processing unit and set that all to grape juice. And I'll probably, when we get round to whatever point we decide we're going to do the let's sell everything, I'm going to put that to selling as well. And as you can see, our cornfield, our canola field, and that was sugar beet, wasn't it? I did all that sugar beet. They're all going to be good to go in March. So, yeah, it's all a bit bonkers, really. Oh, I topped up the water at the maple syrup bit, and yeah, there's a lot happening. So what I'll do now, I must have missed a couple of bits here and there. I'm going to set this off. I'm going to do another strip this end, another strip the other end. I'm going to set this off. We're going to go and we're going to grab our second harvester. I'm going to need reinforcements because I've got a lot to harvest and it's going to take a little while. I don't want anyone to think as well, when me saying what I was saying, I'm not having a pop at anyone. I wasn't having a dig or a go at anybody. I know a couple of times I've said comments recently and people have messaged me apologising. You haven't got to apologise. I'm just saying that people seem to be annoyed at what I've done. It's fine, don't worry about it, it's all good. I'm just sort of chatting about what I've been doing. Saying about reinforcements reminds me of, I don't know how much truth there is in this. I don't think there probably is. It's probably one of those old wives' tales and myth and legends kind of thing. We used to do a thing at school where we would teach the kids, sort of teach them, I don't know, in a sort of fun environment, a fun way, about paying attention and listening to people. It was a listening exercise, really. It was that kind of thing. It was also along the lines of, the world we live in. Most people, not just children, spend a lot of their time at their computers doing work. Everybody does. The art of conversation is being lost to a degree. Well, not everywhere. No, I mean, it's a generalisation. It's a sweeping statement. And so to kind of reinforce that speaking and listening, of taking the time to listen to what the person is saying that's talking to you, and not just nod away and go, and kind of walk away and not really having paid much attention. The sort of thing I do when MrSealyp talks to me, especially when I'm recording. I've got my headphones on. She'll talk to me, and then a month later she'll say, "I did tell you." So, well, to be fair, I had my headphones on, probably didn't hear you. So it was this. It was a Chinese whispers exercise. So you would get all the kids in a circle, and you would whisper in one of their ears a sentence, not too long, something that was fairly easy to remember, and then that child would turn to the next child and they'd whisper in their ear, and it would go around the entire circle until you got back again, and then you would ask, okay, what was the sentence? And it never, not once, ever came out back as the sentence you first gave them. which was kind of funny. And it always surprised me as well. The children felt really under pressure when they'd heard the sentence. They would panic about trying to remember it, and in the time it took to turn and whisper in the other child's ear, they would forget bits of it. So they would say things they remembered. So, me talking about reinforcements, you've probably heard this before. There's an old wives' tale, it may be true, regarding the First World War, and runners being sent with messages. So, the first runner was sent with a message saying, "Send reinforcements, we're going to advance." So off goes the runner. And they go through and they get to the next runner, who goes to the next runner, who goes to the next runner. And they get all the way back to headquarters, where all the generals and officers and bods are that are doing all the organisation. And the message received at the other end was, "Send 3 and 4 pence, we're going to a dance." Which is kind of, it sounds almost the same. And it's just me saying reinforcements just reminded me of that funny saying, that funny line, and also doing the sort of Chinese whispers thing at school. It's weird how these things pop into your head. Anyway, enough of that from me. Let's get this done. You can see it's frosty on the ground, can't you? Actually, let's go across there very quickly. Weather forecast, -2, 0, 2, 3. Okay, so until about 10 a.m. it's still going to be about freezing or just below, so that could explain the frost everywhere. I'm not disappointed actually. I thought I'd be disappointed the snow didn't settle, but I've got work to do. I can't afford to have snow on the ground. So I will see you up at the main store. Oh, that's the thing I'm doing. I'm going to grab this month's digestate. We'll take that up as well. We'll get that sold. I'm really toying. Do I get 2 harvesters or do I get 3? Like, I've got 1 already, but do I buy a second or do I buy 2 more? Okay, let's get this month's digestate sold. I do have quite a lot of slurry actually as well, from the pigs as well. I forgot about the pigs. We've got pigs and the cows producing a fair bit. This lorry will go back over in a little while to help with putting the sorghum into. I think I'm going to get 2 harvesters. So I'll have 3. I think did I run 3 of these on Spectacle? I'm trying to think. Might have been. Or did I have 4? No, sure. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. But I'm going to have 3 of these running. So yeah, we're going to go full bore reinforcements on this one. I'll do what I did before. I'm not sure. Am I going to sell my slurry or am I going to take it to a biogas plant? I might sell it. I don't know. We'll have a think. I've got enough products and things. I'll tell you what I did as well. I have 92,000 litres of sugar beet left that I harvested and then didn't sell. Now that being said, because next month I'm going to have a load more sugar beet again, I thought, well, I can do something with that. So I've taken that sugar beet and I've put it into the sugar factory, the sugar mill, and also down at where my potatoes, my corn and my sugar beet open gardens are, I've now got 44,000 litres of sugar beet. Those bags, those expandable bags, are brilliant. I'm just putting stuff into the middle of where the potatoes are and where the sugar beet are. I'm going to do that sugar beet cut. So my sugar mill will have sugar cane, sugar beet cut, and I think I can then run mixed batch sugar, which gives me a better ratio on that as well. So there's my 2 headers. I'm just thinking now, actually, am I going to have enough room for the harvesters? Let's get 2 more. We want the extension big, number 2. Don't want sign, don't want radio, not too bothered about that. Engine setup. Did I go for bigger engine setup on the other one? I can't remember now. Maybe I went 1 down. Ooh. That's going to bug me if I get it wrong. I'm sure 412 horsepower. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to go the full Monty. I think I might have gone full Monty just in case of the header. Long pipe, yep. And then lights configuration, all. Wheel setup, I think we went for that tread, didn't we? On a Crawler 36. Pretty sure we did. We left the main colour alone, didn't we? And license plates. Let's buy that one. The only difference I want to do on this then is change the number to 3. Let's buy another one. So I'll get these over and then we'll get started. With 3 harvesters running, it shouldn't take as long. These are only 40-foot headers. They're the same as the one I did in the other one. It's the Fendt Power Flow 40-foot. I could maybe go wider. I wasn't sure, so I didn't. Did I have trouble getting out of it before or not? Or did I get over the top of the cone? I'm trying to remember. Might have been alright. Just. Yep. So I'll see you down there in a minute, and let's get started on the sorghum harvest. And hopefully, once the sorghum harvest is done, I'll get onto the soybean. And I've got sorghum's got to go to the flour, the grain mill, to do flour. And always damaged my new header. What else was the other thing I want to do with the sorghum? Something else, I'm sure there was. If not, it will just be for flour, but that's going to be a lot of flour. Can I feed it to the chickens? I can't remember if I can or not. And then the soybean, I want to take some to our ethanol plant because I want to make some diesel, and then we'll have the other byproduct from that as well, which means that I think we'll be able to then do pig food. If I put in that pig food factory, which I've got some pig food running at the moment, but we'll be able to do more pig food. And then with soybean with something else as well. Oh yeah, soy milk at my dairy, not my dairy. Yes, at my dairy. I'm thinking bakery. Weirdly, I've got all my sugar set onto distributing. Some places the food factory is getting way more of the sugar distribution than my bakery, and I don't know why. It's very peculiar. It seems to be getting a lot more. Anyway, that's what's happening. Just letting you know. Okay, we're stacked up. Hand on shoulder. Ready to breach. Stand by, stand by. Go. So, we'll get the first one going. I'm going to do the strips up first. And then I'll worry about going across the field. So what we'll do is we'll get the first one off and running. I think I'm going to have to come over a little bit because I'm pretty sure I wasn't straight. Let's just say potentially I wasn't straight when I did this. Let's go with that one. Oh, it's nice seeing them all lined up, isn't it? That's pretty cool. We'll have a nice bit of a gap to start off with. When we get to the other end and then come to turn, that's probably when I'll switch, because I'll have a strip of three runs, so we should be all right. Go. I'm curious to see how quickly. Let's say how long. Let's not say how quickly it's going to get done. How long it's going to take to do this, and then move on to the soybean. I thought doing the sugarcane was took a while, but then to be fair, I only have one machine running that. Where at least on this one, I've got 3 going. Oh, that's a pretty sight. That makes me smile. And see what I mean about the gap? There's a line you can just see there, but on the ground, there's no gap. It's weird. I don't know. I also have no idea how much we're going to get off this. I mean, if I was thinking, what was I getting? About 116,000 litres I've been getting off a regular plot? Roughly, with my wheat and my barley and my oats, I think about 116,000. Oh, no, there is definitely a gap. How did that happen? Oh, okay, never mind. It's happened. Crop failure, never mind. Didn't turn something on. So this is 8 plots, well 6 full plots and 2 partials. So we should be looking at, am I hoping 800,000 litres? We shouldn't we? I don't know. We'll see at the end of it. And then it's on to the soy. I'm going to have to buy another shed, aren't I? Just thinking that. I think I've got space where the olive trees are. We'll stick another shed in. That can be our harvester shed. We'll do that. These are... they're brilliant harvesters. I know. I was looking at... I said when I bought it, I was looking at... I was going to get a case. I was going to get one with big old LSWs, and then I was looking at the John Deeres, and the thing is, there's so many. Someone messaged me yesterday. Was it Jason or Justin? Oh, that reminds me. You know, I said in the last episode about... I said it was Christopher that messaged me and said they were worried about me backing over the railway line when I was unloading. It was Alex. Christopher might have done as well. Oh, I don't know. But Alex did. So I said to him I would rectify it in the next video. I've just remembered I would do that. So yeah. And then I've just lost my thread again. Oh yeah, somebody asked me what was my favourite thing about Farming Simulator, and I said, oh, Farming Simulator 22. I said, well, to be fair, production chains, pretty cool, aren't they? Let's be honest, they're pretty cool. There's so much in FS22 that I love, and obviously with the new stuff coming out with the Platinum Edition, oh, the login stuff, I cannot wait for that. And then I was asked what's my favourite tractor, and that's... honestly, I don't have a favourite, I don't think. Same with harvesters. There are so many great ones. I've used so many different ones. I really do like this one. I like the size, I like the price, I like the capacity, I like the turning circle on it. There's so much to like. I'm going to have to just jump out and do some work here. There's so much to like about it, you know, which I think is brilliant. That's going to now get stuck. Beacon's on. Now that was a 450. Did I go with a 450? I did. That's alright, so I was right. Thought I'd better double check that. Right, let's back him up and get him out of the way. Let's now jump in that. Turn him off and get him out of the way. I need to get him ready. Strip. So it's a little bit fiddly on this bit, simply because I needed to get this done this way. What I might do, or what I often do, is great for thumbnails when your harvesters are running right next to each other, but in all honesty, actually I've got a strip down there that did miss. I had to get one of these to do that. What I would normally do is split the field into thirds and get each harvester to go down and just monitor it. When it gets to the end of the field, make sure they all turn the same way, and then they would all do a third of the field each. I mean, that's generally how I'd go about doing it. So what I'll do is I'll run a strip this way, and when I get to the other end, then I'll do another triple probably at the other end, and then we've got enough turning room, and then I can just run across the field and see how we go. I mean, we're looking pretty good capacity wise now. Number 3 I will swing round and do here. Yeah, so I wouldn't say I have a favourite on any of them. I was watching. It's a question my kids often ask when you know, we're barbecues and parties and that kind of stuff. People sit around and they've had a few drinks and they start getting philosophical and asking deep and meaningful questions and stuff. You always get that thing of, you know, if you were having a dinner party, or you could go out for dinner, or you could spend an evening with someone from the past or present, who would it be, kind of thing. And then my kids always say, when we get talking about films and that kind of thing, what's your favourite film? And I was watching Tested. Adam Savage is Tested from Mythbusters. I love that channel, love what he does, love his one-day bills and all that kind of stuff. And someone asked him about The Matrix. Why is The Matrix one of his favourite films? And I have to say, I love The Matrix. The first one. I don't mind the trilogy, but the first one, love that film. And he said, you can't pick, it's almost impossible to pick a top 5, because the same with music. I find when people say, what's your favourite group, what's your favourite song ever, you know, there are so many different genres, and I have favourites in each genre. And also the same with music, it depends on your mood, it depends what you fancy listening to at that particular time. You know, and there are certain songs you don't hear for a long time, and you hear it and you think, oh, I love this. But if someone was to ask you outright, you know, someone my kids often do, you know, if a song comes on while we're listening to music in the garden, having a barbecue, and it might be, let's say, for example, Elton John. Doesn't matter who, Elton John. What's your favourite Elton John song? You're like, oh, you know, your mind blanks, and then you can't think of what it is, and then you hear a song ages later, and then think, oh yeah, this one. This is the one I should have said. You know, it's weird how that happens, and I don't honestly. I love watching war films, like old black and white war films, but obviously just war films generally. I love war films. Picking the top 5 out of those would be almost impossible. Adventure films, you know, there's so many in those genres, and I don't know, there are so many, you know, thrillers, and how do you pick your top 5 out of all the films ever made, kind of thing? Assuming, and then you've got all your classics, you know, I don't know. But yeah, how do we get onto that? Oh yeah, what's your favourite tractor? Favourite harvester, yeah. So anyway, I will see you in a little while. We'll either be a little bit further through this, or we'll be finished, because I do need to get into the soybean as well. This is a mammoth field. We've got a monster task ahead of us. Obviously I can't swing out there, can I? Because I'm right up against the fence. I really should have moved this over a little bit further. But yeah, we've got a lot to do. Okay, coming up on our first full load. This is going to go to the grain mill. I might put the rest of it in the silo where the sugarcane is. I have started, as you've already seen, I've leased a grape harvester that's down there. So while these are doing their runs up and down, I'm doing a bit of grape harvesting in between. The only problem is I think I'm going to go out of sequence now. Oh, engine's off. So I'm sitting there thinking, why is that not filling up? That will be why. No, I'm not going to get obviously the full load into here, but I'll get about 12,000 litres in. That's going to stop over there, isn't it? Of course it is. Yeah, so the problem I've got now is when they all go out of sequence, I'm not going to have enough time between unloading one, because it's a fairly slow unload. That's the only downside. I've said that before with these harvesters. And then the next one will then stop and I have to go to that, and rather than all kind of stopping fairly close together, I'm going to have a bigger gap, but can't do a lot about that. What we'll do is hop back into... oh no, we are in that one. Right, swing that around now, but it means this one's going to fill up down the other end now, or just after the turn, I think. Pipe in, get that going. Right, so off to the grain mill we go. So like I say, if I put the rest of it, I'm looking now thinking, so I'm puzzled. You know, like I say, I'm pretty sure. Let's go across one. Each one of these plots, I got about 100, it was about 116 800,000. And it didn't seem to matter whether it was oat, wheat, barley. Now, sorghum, it could just be that the yield's different, which is fair enough. It might well be. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Potentially 600,000 litres and a little bit there. Oh, maybe I will. I mean, to be fair, I've got 250,000 litres in here. And, yeah, there's still a fair bit to do. So, yeah, I could be looking at... I said 800,000, but I'm not sure now. We'll see. My cheese, did I mention my cheese? I've got 4 pallets of cheese now. So I've switched that off. I just wanted to make some cheese. I've had a go at doing that. That'll be switched over to soy milk and then something else moving forward. I've got a plan for doing my sugar beet cut, but that won't be in this episode. What I'm puzzled by is that I put this onto distributing, so it would distribute the pallets and the planks and beams over to here, to our barrels and pallets, but somehow I managed to get 4 pop out there. I don't know how that worked really, but never mind. So let's get the first of the sorghum in. First 250,000 litres is going to go into here. The rest I'll put into storage, and then what I'll do is I'll just go around and I'll figure out any other places that need it. I think I just did a massive sorghum harvest because I thought I haven't done sorghum, so yeah, let's do it, and just did way more than I'm ever going to need really. So sorghum flour. The ratio is better on oat flour. Should have done a massive field of oats, but anyway, let's get some sorghum flour going, and then flour we'll put onto distributing. So that should now go to the bakery, which means I can at least start getting some bread going if I want to. That's all of it. That was quick. So that's now processing. We've got some flour going. Fine. I'm just going to jot down the 250,000 litres, and I'll head back over, and then I'll probably see you now when we come to the end, maybe. Just trying to think. Potentially. Just need to empty those other 2. I'll say the grass here is ready to cut. The plot I bought needs doing, and then ploughing and reseeding the grass if I'm going to go down that route and do that. So let's go to harvester number 3. Empty that. Then I'll whiz back over to 2. Empty that because that was only partially unloaded. And we'll go again. I mean, to be fair, yeah, we have still got a lot of left to do, so I could end up with way more than I think, but... And if I've got too much, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, I can just sell it. I can always just do that. Excellent stuff. Okay, 17 minutes past 10. I've just unloaded that harvester and that's how much it's got left. I'm not going to lie, I'm very happy with how I separated this out. I gave them a third each. Sometimes I'm out by a fair bit, but I'm not going to lie. Each one at this point has got about a strip and a half left, which means I did something right. I am, well, the full load of that one there off of another full load. This will be my third full load at 250,000 litres each, which gives me 750,000 litres. Now I said about 800. So when I offload this, it will be whatever is left in the harvesters when I come back. I'll bring all the harvesters to the corner, we'll unload them and see how close I was to my 800,000 guesstimate. Now I'm not going to lie, at one point I was... yeah, I mean you can tell I was uncertain whether or not I was going to get there. But I'm just thinking with a row and a bit left, oh, it's going to be close. Can I get 50,000 litres from all 3 harvesters to bring it to 800? It's going to be close. So anyway, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put that into the silo that's holding my spare sugarcane. So I've got 1 load went into the grain mill. This will be the 2nd load that we go into the silo. And then I remembered what the other thing I wanted sorghum for. So we'll do that. And yeah, I mean, this is taking a while. My mulcher is now going. You saw a brief clip. I was going up and down the side. What's that? I was a worker was. To give me some strips to that end. And now my mulcher is running end to end. It's going to take a long time to mulch it. Fertilising won't take as long because it's a 42 metre fertiliser. But then, actually, I do need to check. Do I need to... Nope, don't need to plough. That's good. So that would just be a case of mulching, fertilising, cultivating, and then I can decide whether I'm going to put another crop in it and go again or not. I'm not sure at the moment because I say it depends how far I'm going to go forward with this. Actually, you know what? I think I will get there because if that one is now saying 80% full, so that means that's not far off 29,000 litres. These two are easily going to get 20,000 between them. I say easily. I hope so. I haven't got as far through doing my grapes as I hoped. The grape harvesting is continuing, but just not at the pace I was hoping for, but that's not a problem. I also leased a grape trailer to go and do that, like I did when I did the grapes the first time round. But I have put a mulching strip all the way around the outside, and that should be good to go. I think I'm going to have to do sorghum in the next episode. Not sorghum, soybean. I think the soybean and the processes I want to do with it will have to be the next episode. Yeah, it might just makes more sense, and then I'll look at the sugar beet. Yeah, we're going to be up around 40 episodes. I know I've said it a few times. What puzzles me, and I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe it's something I've said, maybe it's something I've done. Probably 2 weeks ago, week and a bit ago, the views on this Let's Play were up, higher than they had been consistently. Normally when you start a Let's Play, unless you're someone like Dagwin or DJ Goham or someone like maybe, you know, Dagwin has this ability to do a Let's Play or a survival series of 70 episodes and maintains the views all the way through. Normally on the Let's Play, first few episodes, the views are high because people want to come on, they want to have a look and see what you're doing on this map, what does it look like, what's it going to look like moving forward, you know, is it something I'm going to want to watch? And then gradually over the Let's Play, the views will die down. That's kind of how it works, generally speaking. This one stayed very high for a lot longer than I thought it would. But weirdly, the last 3 episodes have just died. I mean, absolutely died. And I don't understand why. I thought we're building up to 2 big harvests, a big sugarcane harvest, big sorghum harvest. We've got the cotton that I haven't done yet. You know, there's a load of, you know, different bits of machinery, different things I was going to try out. And yeah, I'm puzzled, very puzzled. But anyway, what can you do? It is what it is. For those of you that are still watching and are still enjoying it, thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for still watching. But I think I'm going to be looking at probably 2, maybe 3 more episodes. So we could be looking at 40 roughly for the Let's Play, which is what I used to do. My Let's Plays used to be about 40 episodes long roughly. Calmsden was a little bit shorter, but that's what we're looking at. So we're going to whiz back over. We're going to have a look. The harvesters won't be far off finishing. I'll get the harvesters over and we'll unload into here and we'll see where we stand. We're currently sitting at 750,000 litres. So as long as I get more than 50,000 litres between the 3 harvesters, we're golden. I do need to whiz off and bring back some straw, and then we'll look at the process other than the flour. We will double check the flour, see how that's going. And yeah, let's get another process done. I'm just want to try out. I've said it all the way through this Let's Play. I just wanted to try out loads of different processes, loads of different products, loads of different things I haven't used before or done before. And it may be I've only done a few pallets of each, and then just to see and get it working. But like I say, the way I want to finish this off will be, I think now, I'm almost certain in my head, is going to be. We're going to sell off all our products, set everything to run, all the dormant production, set them all off and running. My food production, I've got loads of things on there I haven't run yet, so I might run a few pallets out, put them on storing first. I did crisps and I did I do mixed salad? I did, didn't I? But I haven't done cereal yet because I was waiting on my raisins and oats, but I think I've got those in there now. What was it required? Corn. That might have been the cereal as well, wasn't it? Which now we've got because the corn's being put into there. So, yeah. Let's get that over. It's got to be close to full now, isn't it? My trailer needs a respray. Look at the state of it. It's horrendous. The last of the harvesters is unloading. I haven't been back into the lorry yet, so I don't know either. I think we've got the 50. It's just how far beyond the 50,000 we've got. I'm curious though. Don't know how much is left in this one. We'll have to see. Blimey. I'm very pleased. I'm happy though that I kind of gauged it right. I know I said that in the last little clip, but that was a good guesstimate. Blimey. Oh, okay. Shall we see? I've got 750,000 litres already. 75,575. So we've got 825,000 litres. I wasn't far off. That's a pretty good guess. So this 75,000 litres I'm actually going to put into the sugar mill. Because the sugar mill, with some straw, we can run syrup, which we haven't done either. So I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to check on our flour to see how that's going. That should be producing, and it should have by now, because we have gone past an hour that we've been doing this, it should have transferred some over. So this should now be saying 500,000. There we go. Sugarcane, 2,074,000. Sorghum, 500,000 litres. 250,000 litres of sorghum into there. So now we'll put a little bit into the sugar mill. I'm not going to put a huge amount in. We'll put some in and we'll put about the same of straw. I'm not sure if it's a 1-to-1. I'll have to check the recipe, but can't remember what it was now. Right, let's put that in. Well, that's unloaded. We'll whiz around and check the recipe. And then I'll whiz over to the farm and we'll grab... So I've got some sugar beet in there, like I said, the 95,000 litres. I'm going to do some sugar beet cut. Sorghum and straw we need. If we go down to syrup, 5-to-2. So I do need more sorghum than I need straw. So if I bring over, I don't know, 50,000. If I bring a full forage trailer, which is 50, that's 56. Oh, that'll do. I'll bring that over, that'll work. So, the mega field complete. Like I say, prep work is continuing. I will always continue to do that. It's a question I always get asked when I'm getting towards the end of that space. Why do you bother redoing fields, prepping them and going again if the series is going to end before you get to do anything with them? The same as my big barley field there. I did all that. That's all prepped and in. And my oat field is done as well. Am I going to likely to go through another 4, 5, 6 months by the end of the series? Maybe not. But what if I change my mind? And what if I decide I want to come on and play this off camera just to play it for myself? So I always kind of go through the motions of prepping it anyway. So I'm going to whiz back. I'm going to grab the straw. Let's get some syrup on the go. Actually, that's what I was going to check, wasn't I? I was going to check the flour situation. 473 litres, which means some should have been transferred over to here. And weirdly, I've still got this weird sugar situation over here. It's only put 18... Oh no, it's now saying 20 litres. Flour, 621 litres. So we are getting some flour moving over. I'm trying to think, this is the only place that takes flour, isn't it? If I've got that on distributing, I'm trying to think, where else might it be putting that? I don't think I've got any other productions that need flour. It just doesn't seem like a huge amount. But I suppose I did set it running after 9 o'clock, so it hasn't run a full hour yet, I guess. That's... I thought they were supposed to run a bit faster though, but anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go and get the straw, we'll get back. Now I've got my gold production set on selling my telehandler that was over there that I was using for moving the gold pallets around. I don't need over there. So now I'm thinking, having bought a third telehandler a few episodes back, I'm not sure I even need one now. I've got one over where I do my logging, but I was going to try the wheel loader for loading up a load, just to give out the grab that I saw a go. One that well, I can't. I guess yeah, I missed it. It was there. I probably did a review on it, but then didn't think anything of it. And then I've got the one... Oh no, to be fair, my green one, the Merlot, or I don't know what it is, but the one that's over with my potatoes, my root vine farm, that's still doing pallets and stuff of potatoes. You know what? I'm gonna do a respray. I think we need to. Maybe we need to buy a spray booth, but get a tanning booth, then we can do anything we want there, can't we? We'll repair that trailer because it needs it. Customize it. No. Why is it not giving me the option to? Oh, you have to respray at the main shop, don't you? This is just a customised repair point. It's not. I need to go to the main machinery store if I want to do that. Oh, the other good thing as well, I did buy. I've got a long stroke chainsaw. I also bought one of the pocket sprayers, so I can spray my vehicles wherever I want now. Yeah, I mean, look at it. Once all the dirt's gone off it, whoa, that's an absolute mess. Give that a bit of a shufty as well, and then let's go and grab a trailer and get the straw over there and get some syrup on the go. I think what I might do is, do I want to skip ahead? No, I don't. I need to bring my harvesters over because we need to start rocking and rolling on the soybean in the next episode. What tractor will I use? Oh, I found another set of tyres. Look at these things. These are knock-ins. They're even more bonkers than the last set I had. I've just thought I'd just trying out all the various different crazy sets of tyres that come with this tractor. Look at them, absolutely mad. So where am I going to take my straw from? I think I'll take it out of this one because I've still got some over there. I did move some more silage out of my production over there. I had hit the 2 million mark again in storage, so I put some into the other silo. So I've got quite a lot of silage on hand as well. Straw. Maybe I'll go with 40,000. That'll be about right, won't it? Somewhere around there, probably a little bit less in all honesty, with the recipe that it's offering. If I put about 40 in, we'll whiz that over. Unless it's really, really fast production for the syrup, what we'll do is when we get the sorghum underway, I keep saying sorghum, it's the soybean, we'll whiz over and we'll check out the syrup once we get some of those. Like I say, I've got 4 pallets of cheese. That's over there by the fence. Actually, I probably put it a little bit too close. Do cows eat cheese? It'd be a weird thing, wouldn't it? They produce the milk that produces the cheese, then the cows eat the cheese. Probably not a good thing to feed a cow, is it? I wouldn't have thought. Ah! Our canola's nearly ready to go, although in these frosty conditions, it's looking a little bit peculiar. I do like the tyre deformation on those big old tyres. Look at that. That's bouncing around as we drive. Very cool. If I find any other things I wanted to use the sorghum for, I'm sure I had more things in my head, or other things I thought, oh yeah, definitely we can use it for this, we'll use it for that, we'll do that. As it stands at the moment, it's just the two things. Never mind. It's all more products to have on hand, isn't it? When we come to our fire sale, our huge sell-off. Right, let's get the straw in. Did I go too far? Why? Oh, there we go. Obviously did. Oh, I'll tell you the other thing I was going to say as well. Yeah, if I get some chopped sugarcane, I can do that, the mixed materials batch, which is pretty good. So this one here, syrup, sorghum, it's on storing, that's on distributing, that's all good. So we should get some syrup soon, but you know my 60,000 litres of cotton that I put into here? Well, I'm down to 11,000 litres. That's honked its way through 50, that's absolutely crazy. Actually, we're almost out of wool. That was a good time. My timing is impeccable. What I don't get is, right, it's 5 wool and 2, no, 5 cotton and 2 wool. Hang on, I'll get this right in a minute. Yeah, 5 cotton, 2 wool. So that's 7 in, gives me 10 out. So I thought 60,000 litres should give me more fabric out because that's a better ratio than if I did that, which is a 5-to-3, which means I'm getting less fabric out than I'm putting in cotton, and that one a 2-to-1. But weirdly, there's 11,000 litres here, and what's gone over to there already is about 30,000, I think. I know it has processed a little bit. 31. I mean, it doesn't matter. I've still got, there's going to be 40-odd thousand litres of fabric over here to carry on producing clothes, so that's not a problem at all. I thought again, there may be modded ones of these. I think this was a standard, wasn't it, tailor shop? There might be modded ones that go faster. It seems to be quite slow, but anyway, that's all good. So what I might do is actually set the sugar for a little bit to do me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some storing because I want to put some pallets directly over. So sugarcane sugar, put that onto storing, and what I'm going to do is put some directly over to the bakery because that's just doesn't seem to be getting much sugar at all in the distribution. So I'll just put them over there, which means I'll then be able to do bread and I'll be able to do cake. If I want to do bread and cake, I can do both because now I've got the flour. That's all working brilliantly. So that's it. That's the mega field harvest done. The sorghum harvest complete. That's the end of this episode, and in the next one we will move on to doing the soybean. Like I said, there are still a few to go, and if you are still here on the Let's Play, you're still enjoying it, still sticking with it, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it, I'm loving playing on it. If you have enjoyed it, if you are enjoying it, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.